Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and all folks in between, and welcome to a New Year's Eve edition of the Aunt Millicent's Cooking Show. Happy New Year, everybody. I am dressed obviously quite festively because it is New Year's Eve at the house. This is a very special edition of the show because 2 years ago, I taped my first episode. And you can go back and watch it somewhere down there in the videos if you'd like. It's just episode 1, and I made sausage balls. And here I am, 2 years later, 50 plus episodes in, still having fun. I don't know, how long will I do it? As long as I'm having fun. That's what it's all about, right? So we're going to make a fun little dish tonight, and I made it before, and it was absolutely fantastic. We're going to make some gumbo, okay? And I know you can put almost anything in gumbo, but this is going to be from I think it's the Better Homes recipes. So it's really good. So stick with me. I got a lot of ingredients. Okay. Be right back. Okay. Stick with me, guys. We have a lot of ingredients in this gumbo. It's going to look like I'm checking out of a grocery store here in just a second. So I'll go quickly. Okay. First thing you're going to need is some flour. Got to make the roux out of that. And you're going to need some vegetable oil, okay? Next thing we're going to need is some chicken broth. I think it's 3 cups, but one of these usually do it, okay? That's your base. And now let's go through the veggies. You're going to need some chopped celery. You're going to need a chopped, vegetables are taking over. A chopped either pepper, red, green, yellow, whatever you got. You need 1 chopped onion. I've got some scallions or green onions here. That I got to chop. That just decorates on the top. Okay, you're going to need some garlic. Your spices are going to be regular pepper and cayenne pepper. Okay, nothing too fancy there. And for other ingredients, we're going to need some sausage. Okay, this is the standard kind of thing you get at the grocery store. Whatever you got available is perfectly fine. Okay, and then the other, it's got more than 1 protein in it. We're going to get fresh shrimp, but they're out at the store. So I got these frozen guys. They're peeled and deveined, and the tails have been removed. So make sure all that's ready to go before you put it in. Okay. And then I'm running out of space. And final ingredient is frozen okra. This is in the frozen aisle. Some people like okra, some people don't. Once you put it in the gumbo, it kind of just disintegrates and makes it, so you won't even notice it even if you don't like it. Or as we call it, okra here in the South. And then finally, this is an addition. You're going to need to fix yourself up some rice. We serve the gumbo over rice. So I got a little rice packet. I've made rice before on the show. So you need some rice to pour it on top of. So I want to make that separately. You can just follow the rice recipe. So believe it or not, after all those ingredients are done, it all just goes in a pot and it just cooks till it's done. And then you go, oh yeah, that's delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Let's get this gumbo underway. The first thing you have to make with this dish is make what's called a roux. And what a roux is 1/3 cup of oil and 1/3 cup of flour. Okay. We put that in there and we're going to stir that up. Get it good and hot. And it's going to turn brown. When it finally does turn completely brown, it's ready. Okay. So that's the first step. Okay. While your roux is cooking, go ahead and chop up all of your ingredients, the onion, celery, and the pepper. And you can go ahead and chop up your sausage also. Okay, so I'll be right back when I'm done with that. Okay, y'all, we are back at the roux. And the roux has turned dark brown. It's probably been cooking over here about, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 minutes, something like that. But it'll turn brown, and when it's brown, it's ready to go. So take your veggies you just cut up. We're going in. Okay, you want to cook those veggies for about 5 minutes, stirring frequently in that roux. Okay, and then finally we're going to add some garlic. How much? Laura, I don't know. Do you like garlic? Put a lot in. About 2 tablespoons. Okay, remember we're all about the flavor here. So stir that up. Okay, y'all, we got our veggies cooked about 5 minutes with the garlic. And we're going to put in our chicken broth, whole thing. Not the whole thing. I said 3 cups, but put in more. won't hurt anything. I'm also going to add 1/8 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Okay, and then after that, we're going to put in the okra. Calls for 10 ounces. This is a little over that, slightly over that. And stir that. We're going to cook that. I think it's like 15 minutes or so. We're just going to get that nice and boiling. Okay, so you can turn your heat up a little bit. And we're going to get that going. Okay, so we got some cutting up to do. Okay, so meet me over here in just a second at the cutting board. Okay, I'll jump the gun a little bit here, but we need to go ahead and cut up our sausage. So I like to cut them in half and then cut these long ways like this. You get a lot more meat this way. So go ahead and do that. And while you're at it, go ahead and cut up your green onions. That's going to be the next step. Okay, so I'll do that and I'll be back. I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but I went to the fridge to get stuff and I got like a disco ball reflection going on in here. Oh, I love it. Did my nails for New Year's. Y'all like them? Okay, y'all, we are ready for the rest of this stuff. You can see it's cooking pretty good now. The okra has disintegrated a little bit. The seeds have dislodged themselves. So the first thing we're going to do is put our chopped up sausage in there. Next factor, go ahead and stir that in. Make sure it gets all in there. Nice. And then our green onions that are chopped are going to go in there. Okay. Now the last thing is the only really critical thing, and that's we got to put this shrimp in here. And you don't want to overcook shrimp. If you overcook shrimp, it just kind of, if you've ever done it, it just acts strange. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this good and warm. We're going to put our shrimp in, and then we're going to turn the heat way down. Okay. And you probably should cook the shrimp over 2 to 4 minutes. You'll see when it's done, it'll look like pink restaurant shrimp. Okay. So this is looking very good. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and put the final one in here. The shrimps. And that, ladies and gentlemen, and all folks in between, is a gumbo. We're going to let that shrimp cook down, and it'll turn nice and pink, and I'll be back. Okay, y'all, I'm trying to go without the tripod here, but that is the end result. You'll see that the shrimp are pink, just like, they're on a shrimp ring. And that is some pretty good looking gumbo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this simmer a little bit, and then I'm going to go try it in the magic dining room. Okay, so there you go. It should be nice and thick. It should be tasty, and it should be packed with veggies and proteins and delicioso. Okay, catch you in a minute. Okay, y'all, we made it to the dining room, and I have my beautiful dish of gumbo right here in front of me, and everything looks nice and done in it. Cool thing is, the longer you let it cook, the better it'll get. That's just the truth. Just cook it on real low so you don't scorch these little shrimpies. Okay, so let's see what it tastes like. Outstanding. If you want to spice it up a little, add extra cayenne. You can also modify your sausage to make it spicier or milder. Depends on what you like. So, and don't forget to put it on top of your rice. My rice was cooking the whole time I was making the gumbo. Okay. So that wraps the gumbo show. And as they say in New Orleans, laissez bon temps rouler, right? And I hope your new year brings all of your dreams at the beginning, and the rest just goes up from there. And so that's my New Year's wish to everyone. Thank you for all of your comments, your subscriptions, and your likes. I'm humbled. I love hearing from you guys. I just do. I don't even care if it's negative, honestly. But I have such a great time making these videos and enjoying making recipes and sharing my time with you. So with that, I will wish you a Happy New Year and a happy, healthy bon appetit.